Richie Rich, made in 1994, a movie that is based on the 50s comic book, which I have no idea if it stays true to its source. Born into supposedly the wealthiest family in the world, Richie Rich is raised by his loving butler, and his name is Cadbury. After taking time off of hunting Alan Parrish in Jumanji, Cadbury attends to Richie as his parent, nanny, and friend because his parents are constantly busy making more money. Richie is played by none other than Macaulay Culkin, and this is probably one of his last films before he checked into Child Actors Anonymous with Lindsay Lohan. But I gotta admit, Culkin does keep his classic 90s charm. I think the part that captivated kids, even when watching this as an adult, is the fact that you were so jealous of Richie's lifestyle. I mean, check out his personal trainer.
I hope you don't mind, but I don't know, canceled. So I'll be filling in today. My name is Claudia. Yikes.
And the fact that it distracted you from the shoddy plot. Although Richie is known as the kid who has everything, all he really wants is friends. Because majority of the time, he's being groomed to run his dad's business. And it wouldn't be a Culkin classic without his parents constantly neglecting him. The one time he tries to make friends, he totally shows them up. Also, his so-called friends with family fortunes are pompous.
This is a cappuccino. I asked for a decaf cafe latte, you incompetent imbecile. If you can't do the job, you
Speaking of pompous, let's meet the villains. The main villain is the CFO of Rich Industries, Van Doe, who's so greedy that it isn't enough just to work for the wealthiest man in the world. He wants to murder his whole family. So he can lay claim to the rich financial fortune and access the family vault that happens to be in the most pretentious place you could think of, Mount Richmore. So he devises a plan where he and his accomplice Ferguson plant a bomb on the rich's private plane. Unfortunately for him, Richie doesn't go on, and his parents unexplainably survive the plane crash, but are stranded on a life raft in the middle of the ocean, and cannot communicate with anyone. Meanwhile, the kids that Richie tries to befriend actually hang out with him. I mean, even if they didn't like him, they still gotta hang out in the most ridiculous mansion.
You have your own McDonald's?
While everyone is still grieving over the presumed death of Mr. and Mrs. Rich, Van Doe takes over the company by shutting down a bunch of businesses. Realizing his intentions, Richie along with his legal guardian Cadbury take control of his dad's business. So Van Doe frames Cadbury by planting bomb parts in his room, so he goes to prison, and Richie has to step down. Not only does he frame Cadbury, but he tries to set up an Epstein-style murder where it looks like he committed suicide. Convinced his parents are still alive, he helps Cadbury as he subdues the assassin, steals his clothes, and breaks out of prison. And for someone accused of murdering the wealthiest family in the world, what kind of prison did they put him in? At this point, still in search of the vault, Van Doe has taken over the Rich mansion. So Richie and his crew attempts to bust in and use the Dad Link, which is a locator for his dad. Yes, not even billionaires had cell phones at this time. When they break in, and to their surprise, Van Doe has already re-kidnapped his parents, and threatens to kill them unless he shows them where the vault is. The vault is revealed to be in Mount Richmore, and when they get there, it turns out there's nothing but bowling trophies and what the family considers priceless memories.
What are the gold bars? The diamonds, the negotiable bearer bonds, the money. Where's the money? In banks. Where else?
Enraged, Van Doe attempts to murder everyone, and chases them around Mount Richmore. Meanwhile, Ferguson and Cadbury have a standoff, fighting over the laser machine that sculpts the mountain. Cadbury wins and they subdue Van Doe. The movie ends with Richie hitting a home run while his friends cheer him on. And of course, they have to have one of the cheesiest lines ever to be used on screen.
I must say, Regina, now our son really is the richest boy in the world.
He has friends.
the guy that attempted murder dozens of times, is punished by watching all of Richie's games. And Cadbury hooks up with someone's mom. The end. This is a guilty pleasure movie because when rewatching this, you start to realize that while you were fantasizing about the things that Richie has, it distracts you from the fact that you are more like the side characters. By side characters, I mean his broke friends. Remember when you were younger and there was that one kid at school that had all the best stuff? Richie is that kid, but instead of him having the newest video game, he has the newest jet ski and roller coaster.
Man, this is the best day of my life! Me too.
Richie Rich deserves to be in the Rich Family Vault because this movie is priceless.